Oh, we live. That's a button like 3 times. Hey, Naya. Check this out, Naya. I don't know what it was going on. I had it set for 5:30, and it started at 5, and then it jumped at 8 o'clock. The wrestling gonna be on. I'm not gonna make the rattling now. So I was gonna show it to y'all. So we gotta do this before 7. It's always something with the Sunday sermon. No, I still got to go to the market. We're going to get the Sunday sermon in. Then I got to run to the market. And then come back and show the wrestling. Now, the good news is I got the network, so I ain't got to show it precisely at 7. I can just show it whenever I want to. Well, I said I was going to show it. All right, let's get into it. Get into it here.
Yeah. Rodero. The one-man show. I'll back up another track. Without truth. Can you feel liar?
I said, can you feel that?
Oh, yeah. Like love. Oh, Lord.
I'm not worthy of your love.
Because your grace is the last thing I think of. I don't want to feel the wrath of your anger.
But I keep stumbling into danger.
I let myself back into a life of sin. Can you forgive me?
Hey, Liz.
I'm only flesh to be down. I have a left.
Y'all ready to chat today? We tackling 3 different topics in one.
I'm stuck in a state of
So hope y'all ready.
I'm doing wrong. It's like a nightmare, but it's no illusion. My God.
What's the solution?
Is the plans of this world enough to make my faith unfurl and pass? I try to stay on the right path, but it never lasts. I don't want to feel the wrath of your anger, but I keep stumbling into danger. I feel like a marked man. I know you understand that this agony is part of your plan. Or am I just weak?
That's okay as long as you go watch it. That's all that matters.
You said you would never leave it, so why I became quiet while I died in snake and unclean acts. Oh Lord, I'm not worthy of your love because your grace is the last thing I think of.
But you missed a great show, honey. We did 2 shows yesterday.
But I keep stumbling into danger. I'm making my plea, Jesus, can you help me? I'm not perfect on the outside, I seem righteous, but inside I'm fighting the battle of my life. I need someone to focus on, a child, a wife. I got too much time on my hands, it's all about me. I'm free to do what I want, whatever I feel, with no repercussions. I get bored, my flesh and face starts struggling. I get lonely, the followers at the church don't help. I'm around 100 people, but I'm still by myself, so it's easy to lower myself. I've been in the company of someone who left my spiritual help. But Lord, you took my great-grandma, my mother, bless their souls, and I feel with no guidance in this cold, cruel world. The words of God, you snatched my baby girl. That's when I was starting to appreciate fatherhood. And you won't send me anybody good who I can marry, who can carry a child for me. I refuse to be a single missionary in another country, alone in a nation I don't know. But deep down I feel that's where you want me to go. Oh Lord, I'm not worthy of your love, because your grace is the last thing I think of. I don't want to feel the wrath of your anger, but I keep stumbling into danger. I don't understand my purpose till you unlike me and bring to the surface what you have in store for me.
I wonder,
are you ignoring me, or is it the other way around? I know I'm struggling, but your word says that a believer will come within me.
yeah, they gave us back to us at midnight. They supposed to give us back to us midnight yesterday. But it's all good. We got it.
You I trust, so do what you must. I give you full control of my soul. Oh Lord, I'm not worthy of your love, because your grace is the last thing I think of. I don't want to feel the wrath of your anger, but I keep stumbling into danger. Another hit from Bodero on that show. Feel that. Hope this touches you in some way. I'm out. Praise God. Never forget me.
That's how you end a song.
Yeah, Bodero, the one right there. I mean, like that.
Come on, let's get in the mood here. Let's get in the mood. Thank you, Liz.
I got one question for you.
Which one though?
Are you born again? You never know when you.
We did a serious roast yesterday.
Hey. I'm born again. I'm born again. Amen. Hey, I get born again. Are you ready for the Messiah to the temple of the white? Are you on the page Jesus gave you by faith? Not so by action. Will you be the sacrifice? Not by action. Not what rituals are out of habit. God is offering you a brand new out. Giving you a second chance. That's why Jesus died. Was crucified. Everybody around the God said to the world, come up with the God again. They can receive the gift of the Holy Spirit. Ignore the desire of your flesh. You can hear it. You can feel it. Don't be foolish unless you steal it. You can't do anything that God can't take and God can't heal. Don't turn your back. I just want my time to live. Make this man think to the sin. But God will forgive if you're born again. Amen. Amen. Are you born again? You don't know what you do with the sin on the white cloud of your face.
Say it loud, say it proud.
I'm born again. I'm born again. Amen. Amen. Hallelujah. Here we go.
Hey.
I get born again. While you are slaves of sin, and God doesn't want to change your ways. You have the same right you want to repent. When you know you say those things going on, good body, you know, I get my thoughts about us. You think God is not listening.
Do your dirt, then go to church.
When you make that thing that's up, I ain't thinking this thing, but I pull everywhere out. The devil is happy. God understands that. You believe he'll offer his hand, and after you get the results you need, we'll hold on what you want. Don't be deceived by taking some. He's a liar. He will say your desires and you will lake of fire and go to hell. That's what the Lord says for. So I think that every boy and girl, get close to God. Pray every day and that Jesus help you change your way. See, I believe.
Amen. That's how I know I'm born again, and I'm asking you.
I get born again. You never know what Jesus was to say on the white cloud.
Say it loud, I'm proud. I'm born again. I'm born again.
Come on. So man, can never stop us in purpose, but we can try to attain the Holy Spirit and a certain level of righteousness among our balance. The devil counts every day to lead us in the wrong way. God knows this, so I love you to this only son. So lean on Jesus. Don't just listen to you or help on your behalf.
I would have to face them devils, them feel God's wrath. Remember Job, Satan did his work, did he fold? But because Job believed. You want to be a sinner or you want to be a winner? I'm asking the question. Are you born again? You never know when Jesus will descend on the white God to be saved. Say it loud, say it proud. I'm born again. I'm born again. You want to be a sinner or a winner? I'm asking the question. Are you born again? You never know when Jesus will descend on the white cloud. You say it loud, say it proud. I'm born again. I'm born again. Gotta give a shout out to God. Can I get one for Jesus? You know we can't forget the Holy Spirit. Come on. Come home and sit at God's throne. Or you can rot in hell with the devil. That's your choice. Are you born again? You never know when Jesus will descend on the white cloud of your say. Say it loud, say it proud. I'm born again. I'm born again. You want to be a sinner or you want to be a winner? You want to be a sinner or you want to be a winner? Believe in Jesus. How to live like him. You'll be all right. All righty. Had to get into the mood here. Hello, Naya. Hello, Liz. Anybody else that's watching? I hope y'all ready because we about to get serious here. We got 3 different topics in one. There are people who believe that God hates them. And in our first live yesterday, we addressed 2 people that believe that. They think that God hates them because he didn't make them the way they wanted to be made. One person is obsessed with the weight and the shape of the body. The other person is obsessed with his skin tone. And I believe he was made the wrong sex. And I believe that they think they're being punished. So they think that God hates them. But in reality, they hate themselves. And want to blame God and everybody else. There are some people who know right from wrong, but they choose to do the wrong, and then they say, the devil made me do it. When that's really a cop-out, that's what they wanted to do. Even though they've been taught that's the wrong thing to do, that's what they wanted to do. And they sat there and used the devil as an excuse, as a pass. Well, the devil made me do it. I didn't want to do it. I just got an email. What? I just got an email. You use 33 gig of high-speed data. I got unlimited. Why do I care? I'm just asking. I got unlimited. Why do I care? Why do you care? You get unlimited. That means it's unlimited, right? Unlimited means unlimited, unless I'm totally mistaken. But don't get distracted, because that was a distraction tactic. The same way that I know that I paid the BG&E bill off, and yet I got an email saying that, and I got it on a Saturday night, Sunday morning when we started the show. You know, they gave us a new channel back. The second we got on there, I got an email saying that the BG&E bill is due today. I paid it off. So how is their bill due today? I took a lot of the moving money and paid off the BG&E. I bought the bike, I paid off the BG&E, and we got the accessories. So why would I get an email? The exact time we get the channel back, why would I get an email? I'm just asking, why would I get an email from them talking about that? I just realized something, y'all. We haven't been using Nightbot, and Nightbot is struggling. Hold on a sec. Let's fix Nightbot real quick. Anything to stop this sermon, huh? But that's okay. We'll go ahead and fix it. I want to take a second. Let me fix Nightbot. Now, of course, we not even showing up in the listing. There we are. That's daggone shame. I didn't change Nightbot. We was only gone for a week. But you know that Google, YouTube, same thing. They went and took everything out. We got another email. What's going on here? A security alert. Well, you don't leave me alone, Google. Seriously. Okay, Rodell Show. All right, now go to dashboard. They're supposed to give us a link. All right, so we should be good. If not, we'll come back in. But we should be good. Now, I know a lot of y'all, last Saturday, we were trying to hit that 1,000, and we actually hit it 3 times. And the subs were taken back. If you look at the subs now, us not being on the channel for a week, the subs are heading up toward 1,100. So that means somebody was holding back those people. Somebody was holding them back. I don't know if YouTube has it in for us. I don't know if somebody got somebody that worked there, but somebody withheld 70 subs from us. That's a lot of subs, no matter how you slice it. Because I haven't been back on any of those. I ain't been back on any of those sites to get any more. And yet, we went from 10,017 down to 10,008. And now we up to 1,174. Something ain't right. I don't know what YouTube has in for us, but whatever. Like I said, when you're a Christian on the devil's platform, you gotta expect resistance. And we're going to talk about that in part 2. We got 3 parts today. Why do people believe that God hates them? Is Christianity becoming irrelevant? And why do people expect Christians to not fight back? Why do they expect them to be punks? We're going to look at all 3 of these today. So I hope y'all are ready. What's going on, the driver? I hope y'all are ready. Now, on the first topic, before we were interrupted, I told y'all that I was talking about the two people who we talked about in the roast, the first live. This part is for them. They believe that because they wasn't made in the image that they wanted to be, that God must hate them. And they feel that they can spread hate to other people. That they can make fun of other people. And they actually make fun of people who they would like to be like, to try to make them seem less attractive and make them seem more attractive. One person believes that if she can get her body just right, she'll get bigger on YouTube and people will accept her more. Instead of fine-tuning her skills and make people want to hear what she has to say and fall in love with her real personality rather than try to front an image that is not accepted in this society. She wants to shove it down your throat and then get mad when she tries to do a serious issue and nobody watches and takes it seriously. Then you got the man she look up to. He's so busy worried about how he looked. He's so busy worried about what people think about his sexual preference. He cannot change his dark skin. It ain't going away. Accept it. The people don't watch you because you dark. Stop looking sad on your show. Show some energy. Instead of sitting there and trying to be, they flagging me down, they stopping my GoFundMe, y'all should donate to me, make them mad. If you come out full of energy and the people really get excited about what you're talking about, why are you worried about what other people think? Because you say out your mouth, these YouTubers, they got 10 people watching them. They got 20 people watching them. If it wasn't for my name, they wouldn't have nothing. Well, my thing is, if you got 2,000 people watching you, why are you worried about the person that got 10 people watching them? Why are you worried about the person that got 20 people watching them? I'm asking. If you didn't talk about other people in the sector, if you didn't talk about celebrities, they wouldn't be watching you either. So, it's okay for you to make fun of celebrities. It's okay for you to make fun of other people in the sector. But nobody can make fun of you. Do y'all see the hypocrisy? If it wasn't for me, wouldn't none of y'all be here? This is one sector of YouTube. When I go over to the other sectors, there's a guy named Joe Crowlin. Google Joe Crowlin. Put him into YouTube. This man does the wrestling. He'll be on tonight. That man will have 5,000 people watching him, and you brag about your donations. He got the things that come across the screen, and the people can make a donation, and they can pick whatever they want to say and whatever animation they want to play with it. Watch how many donations this man's get. This man does not have a job. He doesn't need one. But he makes it off the wrestling. If he did a show by himself, I don't think nobody would watch him. But he talks about the wrestling. This man get more donations in a show than you get in 3. He's not going around, yeah, JD from New York, BC Amplified, Wrestle Talk. If it wasn't for me, none of y'all would be here. But you go around from chat to chat talking about, you wouldn't be here. Nobody would be here. Sir, it's people that's bigger than you. If I really wanted to make this a job, I actually would go into affiliates. I would be selling products and doing a bunch of other things if I came here to seriously make money. But if I ever did reach your level, I wouldn't be satisfied. I would keep going. If I got that in my mind that I wanted to be bigger than you, if I was worried about being bigger than you, I would want to be a lot bigger than you. I would want to be PewDiePie level. Not TS level. PewDiePie level. Not Tyreek level. PewDiePie level. Flossie Carter level. Marquise Brownlee level. Y'all can Google any of these people. They all a lot bigger. A lot bigger. And he's worrying about somebody tagging him in the video. He was one of the people I just mentioned. Them people that got millions of subscribers, they ain't doing me a bit of good having them tagged. So how is your name being tagged? But you need to feel better about yourself. You like the people talking about you because it keeps you relevant. But let's get back to the topic. Why do you think that God doesn't like you? I told you what I thought. You're not happy with yourself. The house, the cars, the donations do not help. You are hurt on the inside. And the only way to get rid of that hurt is to confront it. You would love to be a light-skinned black woman. That's what you want to be, with good hair. That's what you want to be. It ain't gonna happen, sir. Unless you're gonna be like Bruce Jenner, it ain't gonna happen. Same thing with your counterpart. You want to be her, and she want to be you. The things that you want to be is what she got to get rid of. But instead of trying to do that, she's going to say, well, I'm not going to work. Instead, I'm going to make you take me as I am, even though you don't want it. I'm going to shove it down your throat until you take it. That's why you're not happy. Let's see what the scholars say about people that hate themselves, that seem in person to be when they out in public or when they are on camera, they try to convince you that they happy. But in real life, they're very depressed. So, let's go to our first article, picked randomly off the web. I typed in, why do people think God hate them? Because when I was doing that roast last night, while Bro Darrell was doing his thing, I was sitting here thinking about just that. Why do people think that God hate them? Because they wasn't made the way they thought they should be made. No matter how a person look, they got a gripe. Somebody that's skinny think they too skinny. Somebody that's fat think they too fat. Somebody in the middle wants to be fatter or skinnier. Well, I like being in the middle, but I wish I had some more butt, or I wish I had some more breast. It's always going to be a complaint. Why can't you take what you got and work it? Instead of trying to pretend you somebody else, why can't you be who you were made to be? There's only one you. So show the world that one you instead of showing the world what you think they want to see. Let's get to our first article. Let me drop the animation. 1 second. All right, y'all can see that on y'all screen. All right, this person says, a couple of months ago, the New York Times ran a fascinating article called Googling for God. In this piece, author Seth Stevens Davidowitz explores recent trends in Google research data, specifically related to questions people pose about God. He notes that the number one God-related question people ask on Google is, who created God? Not surprisingly, number two is, why does God allow suffering? However, I was shocked and dismayed to see the question that came in at number three. Why does God hate me? Stevens then provides an even more troubling piece of information. What is the most common word to complete the following question? Why did God make me? Question mark. Number one by far is ugly. So, why did God make me ugly? The other said answers in the three are gay and black. Although the author of this article does not explicitly link why does God hate me and why did God make me, I couldn't help but wonder if there might be some connection between these two questions. After all, if you really believe God made you ugly, it's not a stretch to believe you think God hates you. Two, since in our culture, ugly is a very negative term that is used to denigrate people based primarily on their appearance. In the same way, given that of those who identify as black or gay are often marginalized in our society or even targeted for violence on the basis of those identities, it's not hard to imagine that members of those groups might feel that God is, at best, indifferent to their plight, or at worst, that God has handpicked them to be oppressed and mistreated. Reading this article made me deeply sad because it made me realize just how many incorrect ideas about God are still out there and how deeply those ideas are hurting people. Although the church certainly preaches that we all are sinners and have fallen short of God's glory, it is also fundamentally affirms that each one of us is created in the image of God and that through God's grace we are loved unconditionally. Somehow it seems that this crucial message has got lost in the wider culture because, as the Google data shows, people searching on the internet for answers to their faith. Hey. Sorry, y'all, we had to move down somehow. I got lost, man. Told you I don't read these in advance. Here we go. Reading this article made me deeply sad because it made me realize just how incorrect ideas, how many incorrect ideas about God are still out there, and how deeply those ideas are hurting people. Although the church certainly teaches that we are all sinners and have fallen short of God, it is also fundamentally affirms that each one of us is created in the image of God, and that through God's grace we are loved unconditionally. Somehow it seems this crucial message has gotten lost in the wider culture because, as the Google data shows, people searching on the internet for answers to their faith questions seem to assume that God is primarily a judgmental, capricious tyrant who selectively applies oppression and suffering to certain groups, or who makes certain people ugly and others not. The problem here is that it's not God who is doing this labeling and excluding, it's human beings. We are the ones who have created societies in which individuals are judged based on their physical appearance or on their membership in a particular demographic group, rather than the content of their character or according to their unique gift and skills. We, not God, are the ones who have decided that some are in and some are out, which is in direct contrast to the message we hear over and over again in Scripture, that God has come in the world to reconcile all people through grace that is freely given to everyone. As the church, we are called to find new ways to spread the message of God's grace and love far and wide, so that we may challenge and dismantle the erroneous theology that is causing people so much harm. My prayer is that one day, in the not so distant future, Google might help report that top God-related searches as, "Why does God care for me so much?" and "Why did God make me so beautiful and beloved?" May it be so. This is what I love about this. What I say beforehand, 99.9% of the chance, the scholars say the same thing. I only had 2 months of Bible college, but I asked the Spirit to tell me what to say, rather than instructors to instruct me what to say. But I'm usually right on. That's why when you can ask is somebody legit or somebody a fraud, everything I say match what the scholars say. And I would say I break it down better. But as I was saying, why does God hate me? God does not hate you. The people in society hate you, and they're making you hate yourself. We might sit back and say somebody's imperfect, somebody's ugly, but who established the beauty lines for being attractive or not attractive? God didn't make us all the same. There are people who might look alike, but everyone has their own set of DNA. Everyone has their own features. If we all look the same, we would be like robots. And you would have to have something tagged on you so everybody would know who you was. Imagine if you had 1,000 people all look the same. How could you differentiate between them? But also, if you make all people the same, they're going to think the same way. They're going to come up with the same ideas and the same inventions. So why would everybody want to look the same? If you got a child that's going to school right now, especially high school, they got to wear whatever somebody somewhere says, because I like to know who that is. Somebody will say, you got to have Skechers. No, you can't have Skechers. You got to have Jordans. If the Jordans too expensive, then you got to find another basketball player. You got to have some LeBron shoes, some Stephen Curry shoes. Everybody say, when I was growing up, it was the Bill Blass, Calvin Klein, Hugo Boss, Jordache. These were the accepted brands. If you did not have them and you walked into the schoolyard, you were going to get harassed all day. And you would run home and tell your parents, you got to take me shopping. They making fun of the shoes you bought me. They're making fun of the pants you bought me. They're making fun of the shirts you bought me. It's still warm when school starts in Baltimore. So if you ain't got the Adidas t-shirt on, you ain't got the Ralph Lauren polo shirt on, you ain't got a Nike t-shirt on, you come up in there with some Garanimals, you come in there with some daggone Old Navy, you gonna get rattled. They're gonna jump on you. Look at you, I think you're right with that damn Old Navy on. Come on, man, tell your parents to buy you some real clothes. And then we get depressed instead of saying, these are clothes meant to protect me from the elements. They're not meant to satisfy you. If you can't judge me on how helpful I am to everyone, if you can't judge me on how funny I am, how I light the room up when I walk in there, you don't see that. You more worried about what I'm wearing. I told y'all about the story when for Christmas I asked for a bomber leather coat. Now y'all know in the 80s and the early 90s, people were getting killed for these jackets. They would kill you to get your jacket. And it was a pleather. It wasn't real leather. And the fur that was around the collars, we put the hood on, was fake fur. But they would take your life to get that jacket. I asked my stepfather, I want one of them. That's what I want for Christmas. He worked at he did security for an upscale department store downtown. And because it was upscale, they didn't carry the urban stuff. They carried the good stuff, the business stuff. That's what they carried. He got me the best leather bomber jacket that they had. They didn't have the ghetto bomber jacket. They had the real bomber jackets. If y'all remember, remember when Snoopy used to fly and he had the goggles on and he had that leather coat on? That's the real bomber jacket. The ones that they wear in the military, the ones they wear in flight training school. He actually got me a real bomber jacket. That jacket was worth $400. And this was back in 1985. But you know what? I wanted the $100 jacket that everybody else was wearing. This thing actually looked like a baseball glove. Y'all ever seen a real baseball glove with the real rawhide on there? You know what I'm talking about? And like it wasn't black. It was brown. It was real. It wasn't even, painted black. It was real. This was real rawhide leather. And it smelled like the real. You ever got a new baseball glove and you smelled it and you smell that real rawhide? That's what it smelled like. When I walked into school, when school restarted after the Christmas break, man, you know how bad I got railed on for wearing that jacket? They beat me up so bad that I came home and threw it at them. This ain't what I asked for. So everybody else is wearing a $100 jacket. I'm wearing a $400 jacket. But because it's not accepted, I threw it back in his face. He said fine. He started wearing it. And he wore it proudly every day. I let people, and I never did get a bomber jacket. I let people discourage me. It's people. It's not God. It's people. I gave up a $400 coat because I wanted what everybody else had. Instead of holding fast, if I would have kept wearing that jacket, people would have looked it up and they would have said, wait a minute, he got the real deal. The same way I told y'all about the U.S. Polo Association products and the Ralph Lauren polo. The Ralph Lauren polo was started in 1960, in the 60s. U.S. Polo Association was over in England for hundreds of years. They came over here in 1908. So they've been over here since 1908 and been making products. Ralph Lauren come in. So I happened to see them online. I said, whoa, this ain't bad. I like how it look and they got a nice price to it. Man, I wore that daggone thing to work. Every drug dealer in the world had something to say about it. To the point that I gave that jacket away. And I found a couple online that go to the thrift stores. And they found, they go to the thrift stores in the boonies where people got money at. And you'd be surprised at how much good stuff people donate. So they went to the thrift store and they found a jacket and they put it online. And they actually lived in the boonies. So I met them in the county. They drove a lot farther than I did, but I got a jacket from them. I got a $300 jacket for $80. It was nice, no holes in it, no smells in it. It seemed brand new. It seemed like somebody rich bought it, wore it a couple times, and they said, you know what, I don't want this no more, I'm gonna get the better one, and they gave it away. So I still wear that jacket to this day. Still wear that jacket to this day. You see me wearing it. But I gave away a nice hoodie that I like because the people were railing on it so bad. You got that cheap, take that cheap crap off, man. You got to get the real polo by Ralph Lauren. So the U.S. Polo Association that really does polo, which is what they were designed for. You wear them while you play the game of polo. But it's inferior. But who said that? Who told the inner city that it's inferior? Do y'all understand what I'm saying? And we listen. I'm saying to y'all, who said it? People keep talking about white supremacy and this or that. Who is making these rules? Who is making the rules for the ratchets? That's what we need to focus on. We need to find out who that is and take them out the equation. That's what you need to do. If I can go to Walmart and I can get a pair of steel-toe boots with fur in them to keep you warm in the wintertime, and I can spend $30, $40 for them, why is that considered cheap? When I go spend $150 for some Timberland boots that don't have a steel toe in it, but they cost $100 more. Now you might can find some deals, some like imitations or some like, you know, you can find some Timberlands for like $90 in the inner city if you search long and hard. But you can go to Walmart and you know, get 4 or 5 pairs, and be ready for the winter. But because people gonna laugh at you, you won't do it. How you doing, Bradford TV? John Boy, please don't destroy our Sunday sermon. Who says what's hip and what's not? And why do we not listen to our common sense, but listen to what somebody else is pressuring us to do? Why are there women getting butt injections? Why are women getting breast implants? Why are women getting their lips done to make them bigger and fuller? You having a bigger butt does not increase sexual pleasure. You having fake breasts does not increase sexual pleasure. You putting collagen in your lips does not increase sexual pleasure. So why are you doing it? A woman with no butt can get pregnant just like a woman with a big butt can. So who says everybody gotta have big butt, big breasts? You know, there are 11 and 12-year-old girls that want to commit suicide because the other girls have developed and they still flat. Where is that pressure coming from? Is it the media? Is it the people that make the products? Where is that pressure coming from? How come if a young man walks into one of those cheap shoe stores and he goes in there and gets a pair of shoes that don't have no marking on them, they'll make fun of him. Pay less. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Yet, a female can go in there and buy shoes from there and wear them to church. She can go in there and buy shoes and wear them out and don't nobody say nothing. She gonna get the sandals. Let a man go in there and buy a cheap pair of them sandals. Them sandals better have a name on them. They better say Adidas or Nike or Timberland. They better say something. If it don't, you broke. I can't mess with you, man. Look at the shoes you wearing. They say that a woman looks at a man's shoes before she even look at his face. Women look at a man's shoes. The type of shoes you wearing tell a woman what kind of money you got. Not what kind of man you are, but what kind of money you got. So it's more important to put all your money into your clothes. As long as you got money to get some weed and to get her a daggone wing ding chicken box, you good to go. You could be the sorriest person in the world. As long as you got the right shoes on, you got the right clothes on, you got a couple dollars to get her something to eat, she gonna come rock with you. That's what our youth deal with today. And you wonder why the world is so bad. Ladies should be looking for men that are responsible. Men that got goals. Men that show them that they like to have them around and don't want nobody else to be with them. They want them to be with them exclusively. That's the kind of man you should be looking for. Instead, they go around, he's sitting here calling me and texting me, and then he own me. I can go sleep with whoever I want to sleep with. He lucky I go sleep with him. Then she get pregnant, and the man walk off and leave her. Then she go, see that? That's what I'm talking about. No, you was messing around with all these dudes, and then you got knocked up. Don't nobody want to take care of you and that child. They see you as a damn pass around. Don't nobody want no pass around. But now you got the women saying, I don't care if I got 5 kids. You gonna accept me as if I had none. Yeah, I've been passed around by everybody in the neighborhood, but you gonna respect me like you would a virgin. And then they wonder why they never get married. Nobody don't want to marry no trick, but they're gonna make you take them. We showed the video last night. Man had just married a woman, and she turned out to be a porn star. And I don't know how, because she was fat. Like, I guess in other countries, like you said, you talk about people having to look good here. Other countries, as long as they can get a hold of it. They'll watch anything. As long as they can get a hold of it. But everybody that watched one of her videos and probably whacked off to it would never think of marrying her. They were thinking about getting off and moving on. That's something that women don't realize. When they show their goods, they lose their value. You should make a man earn a right to see your goods, not give it to him off the bat. Like that saying says, why buy the cow when you gotta take care of it, you gotta feed it, you gotta nurture it, you gotta spend time with it, when I can get the milk for free and keep moving? Well, why would I want to be burdened down with having to take care of the cow when I can come by and get a couple jars of milk and keep moving? That's what you women are. Y'all out there with your breasts hanging out, thighs hanging out. Y'all don't realize that y'all are giving away everything. If a man won't marry you, you shouldn't sleep with him. That's point blank. If a man will not marry you, you shouldn't sleep with him. If he won't marry you, he don't care enough about you. If he's not taking you around his family and friends, if he's not taking you around his work buddies, he's not taking you to his church or his club, he doesn't care about you. You're just something to bounce on. You satisfied to be bounced on just to get a couple dollars. But then you want to go say, well, God must hate me because I can't keep a man. I got all these kids and no damn fathers for them. God must hate me. No, you hate yourself. You listen to all these man-made ideas and try to follow them, and they all lead to nowhere. And then you want to blame God for it. Anybody think I'm wrong? Please say so in the chat. Anybody think I'm wrong? It's not God. It's us. The Bible says we made in his image. The Bible don't say we all look alike. Some people might have a defect. Some people are born with tails. Some people are born with 5 toes. Some people short, some are tall, some are fat, some are skinny. But we all are images of God. Stop worrying about how you look and worry about how people see you and your behavior and the things that come out your mouth, the way you deal with people. Because some of the prettiest people on earth are some of the nastiest, ignorant people I've ever seen in my life. And if they didn't have looks, if they didn't have money, wouldn't nobody give them the time of day. And y'all know there are people that you know right now that fit that bill. And then you got people that sit around, I don't know why God made me so ugly. You just want to slap them in the back of the head and say, who said you was ugly? And, we'll watch the World Star and watch the Instagram, and we'll sit there and we'll laugh at the people. But, seriously, it's just humor. It's entertainment. But why do you take that into your mind? I remember me and Naya got into it early in the year about we came across this video of this fat woman that she got these other fat women together and they going around trying to be dancers and they all super heavyweights. That didn't work out well, so they tried to be strippers. Now they sitting there trying to work the pole, knowing that they too fat to do the real tricks. Only a select number. It's going to be a small class of hard up men that will actually watch that. The only thing that's saving them is a lot of the ratchets are overweight. And since they raising the boys and girls by themselves, they teaching the boys that you gotta accept this. And they're trying to make it mainstream. But it won't. But they trying. They trying to make it mainstream. There are a few that's going to break through, but they never going to reach the top echelon. They never going to reach the level of the DERRICKs. They never going to reach the level of the high-end models. I remember on Tyra Banks' model. Remember when she had the heavyweight girl on there? Now for a big girl, she had a pretty face. And she got upset because every time they had to go model something, there was never nothing her size. Well, the industry said this is what a model supposed to be. Now, there are big women, and they not being represented, but big women shouldn't be walking around with their rolls hanging out. So why are they determined to make you watch them go up and down the runway with all that sagging and all that dimpling in their legs and the varicose veins? They're going to make you like that when the industry says you got to be this size. So rather than try to meet the industry, since that's what you want to do, you won't lose weight and meet the industry. You're going to make people accept you, even though that's not what the industry wants. And when they don't, well, God must hate me because I've done everything I can do. I can't make them accept it. Because that's not what it is. You got to make your own industry. Stop trying to jump on somebody else's top model. You need to make your own top model. And that was the one thing I can say about the woman. She did get a group of women together and started their own thing. So she did try it. But the fact of the matter is, if most men got fat women at home, they going to the strip club for fantasy. The woman they couldn't get. The woman they couldn't get is not the 400-pound super heavyweight. They can get that. They got it home. They willing to go throw their money at women they can't get. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Okay, now you said, for example, you saying they're fat and happy, not trying to be disingenuous. Then why are they trying to compete with women who got themselves in shape and can really work that pole and get the men turned on that they throw them money? But then they get mad. The driver says, BD, I was told that you curse your kids by having them out of wedlock. Well, you do. Most of the ratchets that we watch were born out of wedlock. Most of them don't have a man around when they growing up. And the ones that do, we ain't gone 3 generations going into the 4th. If they do get lucky enough to have a man in the home, the man was still raised by a daggone woman. So he's not going to be able to be a counterbalance to the ignorance. He's not going to be able to be a counterbalance to the emotion. Look at how emotional these young men is. Young and muscle bound and emotional. Why you looking me up? I ain't do nothing. Why you tasing me up? You still tasing me? You motherfucker. Why you still tasing me? Men like that, when I grew up, men didn't act like that. Y'all can talk to me till you blue in the face. Men did not act like that. But it's these she-males that's being raised that are so emotional. Men ain't supposed to get emotional. Somebody you love died. Your daughter or wife was raped. Man supposed to get emotional. Any other time, the man supposed to be the pillar of strength. They say that if you're a father and your kids nervously come up to you and ask you something, you're a bad father. No, it ain't. Your children know what they about to ask you is a bunch of bull, and they know that you ain't gonna take it. But they tell you, come on and tell me your bull, and I'll see if I can help you. That make the kids not respect you. A child that walks up to you nervously is a child that has respect. Because they already know before they coming. They know what your answer gonna be, and they know it's bull crap, but they coming anyway. They feel they can just pull you out the blue. Hey, Pops, come in. Look, I just got invited to this party. Boys and girls, no parents. It's gonna be alcohol there, gonna be weed there, anything go. So I know you not gonna be one of them old stick in the muds. I know you're gonna let me go, right? Yeah, don't come back pregnant. That don't sound like a man to me. That sounds like a woman raised by a man. Real man was there. If you don't get your butt up there and get the damn room, and say one word, and I'll ground you for 2 weeks. So say one word. I'll come in there and take off that TV, take that cell phone. I even take off the good clothes, and I'll go down to the Goodwill and buy you some clothes for you to wear at school tomorrow. That's a damn father. Where they at? Where are they at? I've seen in real life, I've seen a young boy slap his mother in the face. And she went to hit him and he said, "You do, I'm going to call 911. And she actually stopped. I saw her the next day and I said, "So what happened?" I waited till his father came home. What did the father say? He didn't say nothing. Well, what the hell? At least the woman can say, wait till your father get home. He gonna handle you. He come home and don't do nothing. I'm like, what the hell? What happened? He should have had the paddle out, the belt out, should have beat that boy up and down the daggone block. What happened? What happened to our community? Liz said, growing up, my parents had to speak to my friend's parent before spending the night. Like an interrogation, which I'm grateful for. Yeah. You know, because kids are smart. Because even if you call, they can say, "I'm going over Janie's house," and you call there, and you say, "Hey, beat my child." "Oh, no, you know, she in the bathroom." Or she outside, the phone cord won't reach. In the day and age of cell phones, you can't switch over to a cell phone and walk out there. Well, look, I holler out the window and I tell her to call you. Now, I would have got in my car, my bike, whatever I got. I would have rolled over there. Where's my daughter at? Yeah. I don't do that no more. My mother didn't have a car, but God darn it, boy. Her and myself ain't have a car. But God darn it, they show up there. "Hey, where's he at?" "I'm right here." "Yeah, you better be here." "All right, see when you go on tomorrow." Yeah. What happened to that, y'all? What happened? Parents want to be their kids' friends. Anybody that's been in the military, were you and the sergeant friends? Did the sarge come into Did the sarge come into the housing unit with beer and say, "Come on, let's hang out, y'all"? No, he didn't. When you are in authority, you cannot mingle with the people under you. You can, "Hi, how you doing? Come on, get to work here." You cannot. If somebody want to come talk to you about something private or whatever, that's something different. But you can't be buddy-buddy. You will not have the respect. If they're not mumbling and grumbling about you, you're not doing your job. If your children are not mumbling and grumbling about you, you're not doing your job. Because the ones that got bad parents is going to be like, "Yeah, man, your parents suck. You can't go to the party. You got to be in the house by 9 o'clock. Man, what the hell? Your parents is terrible." And you sit there, "Yeah, I know, man, but what can I do?" Instead of saying, "No, my parents give a damn about me, unlike yours. My parents care about my future, unlike yours." Where is that? All right, y'all. We got a new member. How you doing, Ansonia Bussy? Let me check you out real quick. All right, she is legit. So let's subscribe. Let's check out her latest video. I muted out of respect. Hit the thumbs up and leave a comment. Alrighty. And if y'all would like, go check her out. See, she got plenty of videos. And where is she? All right. Let's give her some blue jammies. And hopefully she'll be a member of the show. You say, Nightbot is so intrusive. You haven't seen the other people. They got stuff going all across the screen. Stuff coming in, telling you to donate and all that. That Nightbot is quiet. He just say what he got to say. You can ignore him. And if y'all want me to get the animations, I can get the animations. They can come by and tell you every 5 minutes. Why you not donating? Hey, hit that donate button. I'm lonely. You're not donating. Is that what y'all want? The driver said my dad's favorite saying was nothing good to have at 12 a.m. Actually, your dad is right. When it comes to kids. I remember when I told y'all the summers of 83, 84, and 85. I stayed a month in the summertime. It was usually in August because my birthday was in July. My mother's birthday the day before mine, and my sister's was the 6th, and my stepfather's was the 18th. So most of our birthday was in July. So I would go stay the last month of August. The month of August, I was spending up in New York. You know, with my step cousin, my father's sister. And he had to be upstairs because, you know, you always talk about how we talking about the Bronx River and all that. Well, we was in Eden Wall in the Bronx. Bunch of high-rise buildings. He had to be upstairs at 9 o'clock. He was not allowed to come out of the house at 9 o'clock. So she came down and got him one night, my aunt. My aunt was a big woman. She was a security guard too, big woman too, big. Boy, she bust you up. Don't even let it get twisted. But she was still feminine. What happened to that femininity? But she came down and told him he had to come upstairs. He was like, I got company. He said, oh, Dirk ain't got to come upstairs, but you do. Dirk ain't my child. If he wanted to stay down here, he can stay down here. So at first it was kind of cool. He had to go upstairs. But then one night, I sat outside and people were shooting. And they were acting a damn fool. I think, you know what? His mother might have the right idea. Maybe I should come upstairs. So I started coming upstairs with him. To this day, he think that I come upstairs with him out of respect for him. I saw what people do at the 9 o'clock. That's why I came the hell upstairs. I ain't stupid. People out there fighting and shooting, and the drug dealers is out there, and the addicts is out there, and I came upstairs on my own. You understand what I'm saying? Now these kids today will be excited. They whip the phone out. Yeah, I'm gonna record this. We going viral. World star, world star. But if you had sense, you know, Nightbot ain't saying much. But if you have sense, you're going to realize, you know what? There's a reason why she wants him upstairs. And I saw it. And while I was there was like 8 shootings. There was like 12 muggings. There were 4 rapes. And they all happened after 9 o'clock. Now you can use your common sense and say, hey, you know what? There's a reason. The same way y'all tell me not to go ride the bike. I like to go out there because of the lights. Y'all tell me don't go out there at night. We haven't had no problems at night. I had no problems during the day. Hey, boy, bring my bike here. Hey, boy, get off my bike. Bring it here. Hey, let me ride your bike. I'll bring it back. Yeah, whatever. That happened during the day. Don't nobody say nothing at night. Don't nobody say that at night. Because they figure if I'm out there at night, I got something on me. Why would I be out there at night? Y'all understand what I'm saying? But they think during the day, you relax, you know, it's daytime, you know. But at night, if you come outside late at night, obviously you bringing something with you. Because why the heck would you come outside at night? Right? Sonia says, when I first started, I thought Nightbot was a real person. I used to speak to it until one day someone told me, don't pay attention. Well, like I say, I don't have to ask you to subscribe or ask you to hit the like button or ask you to donate. He does it. But also, when I go full screen, now we're not watching a video. When I go full screen on the video, I can't control anything. So I can't see what y'all saying in the chat. And like I said, Tommy came in and we had like, it was like 9 pages of videos on the screen. And I had to back out of all of them until I could get back and look at the chat. And by that time, he was gone. So people could be saying anything. And you said you watched the IT movie. What is that? Cause do we have it on our list? No, don't say forgive you because you just brought some information. You said that you watched the IT movie. What does IT stand for? Is it called It, the movie? Let me know and I can look it up real quick and see if I can pull it up and maybe we can all watch it tomorrow night or something on the website. The wrestling come on tonight. Y'all gonna give up that. It's called It. Well, hold on a second. Let's take a looky. We might already have it. Wait a minute. Hustlers, Downtown Abbey, The Current War. Chapter 2, Late Night, Ready or Not, Don't Let Go. Then let's look here. It 2019. Get it. Mm-hmm. Oh, y'all see a virus just popped up. Aha. All right, let's just type in 2019. It's not showing up. Start showing that daggone nasty stuff. All right, they don't have it. So back out. See all them pages you had to back out? Let me see. Wait a minute, is it called It or is it called The Clown, Liz? It chapter 2. I saw something that said chapter 2. Hold on, let's go back. You said it's called It. I think I saw that. It chapter 2. Yeah, that's it right there. See, it do say it right there. Not a virus. It is a horror film, It chapter 2. All right. Let's download it. Now, they're going to try and give us the, see, that's how we get in trouble. Get that mess out of here, man. You trying to get his flag? You really trying to get his flag? Get that out of here, man. There it is right there. There go another redirect. Now you get the green arrow, and then you wait. Waiting on the server. Come on. There it is. Oh, it's a big one. 1,570. All right, and it's downloading. So we're going to be a little slower. But okay, now let us out of here. All right. So it's downloading, nigga. It's going to take an hour to download it. It won't take an hour if I, So we can watch that tomorrow night. Let me take the chat. Oh, that's right. I can look now. What everybody talking about? Driver says, BD, I had a curfew at 19. My dad said, as long as you're in my house, you were respected. I hated it. Yeah, you hated it, but think of the mess you didn't get into. Look at your friends now. Think about your friends who you grew up with that was able to do whatever they wanted to do. Where are they at now? Tell the truth. Liz said, same here, driver. I was raised with both my parents, and though they were strict, I am happy now they raised me the way they did. Driver says, me too, Liz. Thank both of my parents. Ansonia says, yes, it was just my mom and I know y'all heard this. I brought you in this world, and I take you out. Ansonia says, she never said it to me, but to my two brothers, laugh out loud. Driver says, my dad had pretty much controlled our house. My mom was the gentle type. Liz said, yes, driver. My mom is the sweetest thing till this day. Yeah, but that's how it's supposed to be, the driver. That's how it was designed to be. But now, the women, because they made a poor choice in the man, they got to be the dad and the mom. But they don't have the logic. to go with being the dad and the mom. They get emotional. When you don't do what they want you to do, they turn straight to violence. A real father can sit you down and say, don't you understand what you did was wrong? Don't you understand that you not only made yourself look like a fool, but you embarrassed us? We sacrifice everything to raise you. We give you the best life that we can give you so that you can provide for yourself when you get out into the world, and then you're going to have children of your own. We do these things so that you'll be successful. The kids you want to run behind, they're not going to be worth nothing. Look at their parents. They're going to be worse than them. Stop trying to be hip and cool. Ain't going to do nothing but get you in trouble. Get you in jail. Have you taken care of a child you're not ready for? You won't get nowhere in life. We trying to set you up. Now you might say, I don't want it. Well, we want it for you. And stop disrespecting us. When you turn 21, you can do whatever you want to do. But know what's expected of you. We doing our part. We doing the best we can to make sure that you got the best you can have. And out of love and respect, you should try to be the best child. So everybody know we not wasting our time investing in you. And you ain't gonna do nothing but go run behind the riffraff. Then just say it now. You want to be with the riffraff? Then we'll stop investing in you. We'll let you go ahead and do what you want to do. You turn 18, you're getting out of here. I don't care where you go. Go with them. Woman can't do that. God damn it. You ain't gonna do what I tell you to do. What that belt? Yeah, give me a shoe. Yeah, give me that stick. Yeah, you gonna do? Yeah. And then we wonder why they go outside and be terrorizing people. Because that's what they learned. That's why I say we need one religion. And we need to get these children indoctrinated earlier. So they can be scared of a higher power. Because see, they can call DFS or 911 on mom and dad. But who you going to call on God? See, they can go get their friends. And the friends can come in there and rough mom and dad up. He belongs to our gang. He going to be at these gang meetings. He going to go out there and provide money for the gang. And y'all going to deal with it, or we going to come back and beat you up again. But they can't beat up God. That's why we need to get religion. Liz says, but the driver says, I was embarrassed that I had both parents. You know, I told the story to the driver. I told the story about how, you know, when you go into the first day of school for assembly and everybody's in that big auditorium and they start calling your names out. When you get called the name, you get assigned to a classroom. You go into the classroom, right? The teacher has your emergency card. It was a it was like a postcard with the lines in it for a composition book, and you had to fill out your mother name, your father name, your address, emergency contact. You know what I'm saying? You had to fill that out. I used to get asked every time, every class, how come your mother's name ain't the same as yours? And I would have to explain in a room full of kids. My mother's not married to my biological father. She's married to my stepfather. And that's his name. That's why the names are different. Because they were so used to the women having the children out of wedlock, and they would give them their last name. So the names match. So then the kids would say, stepfather, is the man live with you? Yeah. Huh? You got a father that help with you? Yeah. They couldn't believe it. Teacher couldn't believe it. They couldn't believe it. Are you lying? Then one day, something happened, and my stepfather wanted me to come home, and he had came from work. And he came to the school and got me. And the people was in shock. They saw a man in the damn class. They was in shock. Everybody was in shock. And he came, asked the teacher, could I leave? Came, helped me get my books, put his arm around me, walk out the, man, they was in, huh? They got a man? He got a man? He got, is that what a father do? That's sad. Liz said, my mom has never had a glass of alcohol to this day. Naya says, embarrassed by having both parents to strength. Yeah, but that's what the norm is. That's why when you sat there and said, I used a bad example about the big women getting mad because nobody wouldn't hire them. You said it was a bad example. It is an example of where you try to shove. Instead of conforming, you try to shove what you want to do down everybody's throat. So now you got all these kids that don't know what it means to have a father in the house. If they lucky, a Pookie and Ray Ray stop by and eat their food up and have sex with their mama, that'd be the only time that they see a daggone man in the house. That'd be the only time they see a man in the house. The driver said, yes, Naya, most of my friends came from broken homes. The driver said, we couldn't eat dinner without my dad. No exception to my mom's rule. My mom seen it as disrespect. Naya said it had nothing to do with them BS. But it's the same principle. You got generations of kids that's not going to be raised with both parents in the home. And you got the women trying to convince us that they can do both, that they can do it perfectly. And you seeing the results. They can't. But they're going to keep trying to shove it down your throat that they can. So they are similar. I don't need no man. Nah, you're not willing to do what it takes to get a good man. Just say that. Instead of saying, I don't need no man. No, the fact is that these women are trying to compete, and they have standards for what they want to do. They're not willing to capitulate to the standards. They're going to start their own roadway and prove I ain't got to do right. So if I want to be on the baseball team, instead of me going and learning what I need to do to be accepted on that team, I'm going to say, you know what? We're going to start our own team. The heck with that. I'm not taking no classes. I'm not doing anything need to be done. I'm going to sit here. I'm not going to work at it. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do it. And y'all going to come watch the games. And then when they 0 and 100, and ain't nobody coming to see that game. See that? Everybody racist. Everybody discriminate. Don't nobody want to come because we didn't go do what we supposed to do. Well, you lose. You don't have none of the fundamentals. You trying to make it as you go along. Why would I want to back that? Why would I want to back that? Why somebody want to back a loser? It's okay to lose if you're trying. But when you ain't trying, then you're going to make excuses. See that? And if I was blonde-haired and blue-eyed, they'd still came. You start making excuses. How many excuses you want to listen to? When something go wrong, all of a sudden, then they mention the man. Well, if your father was here, maybe it wouldn't be like this, but he ain't here. So, deal with it because this is the best I can do. And instead of saying, well, let me stop being ratchet, let me stop wearing all this damn weave and stuff, let me stop with these tattoos, let me start acting like a lady instead of acting like a daggone bull dyke or a daggone she-male. Maybe I can go take some voice lessons. Maybe I can go take some lady lessons. Remember the old days when the women used to go to them classes, they had to wear the book on their head, and they had to learn how to walk, and they had to learn how to stand, and they had to learn how to talk so that they could attract a high-class man? What do women say nowadays? Can't nobody judge me but God. I ain't doing nothing. I'm going to do what I want to do, and you're going to accept it, and you're going to like it, or oh well. Well, what kind of man are you going to attract? With that, that's the kind of man that's going to knock you up and leave you hanging, and you're going to wind up raising a child by yourself, and the child going to go to bed every day wondering, where's my dad at? Why I ain't got no dad? And then they feel that they got to defend the mother. And every time a man do come around, the children run him off. I'm the man in here. We run this house. Ain't no man gonna come in and tell you what to do. You ain't our father. Nobody got fathers around here. What are you coming here trying to tell us what to do? We gonna stay up till we fall asleep. You ain't gonna tell us no bedtime. We gonna play the game until we sick of it. You ain't gonna tell us, well, it's 10 o'clock, y'all got school tomorrow, turn the game off. Nah, hell no. But the women to tell you, I don't need no man. I can do it on my own. I got knocked up on my own. I raised a child on my own. They've been saying that for 40 years now. The world got better or worse? Has the world got better or worse? Because if it got worse, then obviously they can't do it alone. But they'll convince you. When I get on that pole, I'm just as sexy as a real dancer. I'm just as sexy as a real dancer when I get on that pole. And you see them flopping around, funking around. That's what we call it, funking. We call it funking. Ain't nobody gonna spend no money to go see that. You might get some desperados, but if most people got that at home, why they gonna come spend money to see it on a stage? I can go home, put the music on, and let my fat wife dance. Well, why I gotta spend money? She'll dance for free. Have a party and tell everybody girlfriend's over. We can sit there and watch them dance in the backyard for free. Why we gotta spend money to go see some women flop on the pole? Yeah, I sell a real small audience, but they trying to be mainstream. If they stayed in their lane and just shut up, it'd be something different. But they want to try and shove it down your throat. That's what I'm saying. That they try and shove it down your throat. But I do you one better now. How many people do we have in the chat right now? Yesterday, when we were talking about them 2 people in Atlanta, we had 19 people in the chat. When we got the channel free and we switched over, how many people did we have in the chat? 6? We doing the Sermon Sunday right now. How many people do we have in the chat? There ain't no 19. We do not have no 19 people here. Last night, we did World Star. All them people that was watching us talk about them 2 people, where did they go? I came here to try to bring a message and to try to tell people what they don't want to hear. That's why our numbers stay low. Because I'm trying to do what should be done, but what the people don't want done. So I'm always going to be stuck at a certain level, but I accept that. It is what it is. I'm gonna go around. God damn it, y'all gonna watch me, and I'm gonna make y'all watch me. If you don't want to watch, don't watch. I'm not gonna sit there and go around complaining. See, it's because of y'all. Y'all don't want to watch good stuff. Y'all don't want to. Didn't I tell you that the woman said that? When I do good content, y'all don't come. I'm not going to complain. I'm going to do what I came to do. And if they come, they come. I ain't done a show with nobody in the chat. And we still did it. But I accept that. The people want to hear the effery. That's the truth. And I've been showing that to you all month. The people want to see the effery. You remember the other day? No, I'm talking on people watching prayer. Remember the other day when we had we had like we had 20 people in here, and everybody was just all in the chat, and you was like, I don't like this, I'm gonna leave. I come here for people like you. But you were going to leave. You were going to let the people run you out your chat. That really bothered me. And so we switched up. But I was showing y'all. Because that's all the other people kept saying. Yeah, you need my name. People were coming in the chat. Yeah, if you start roasting, I'll start donating. And I ignored them. They were saying that for months. Truth of the matter is, in this sector, people want to hear the bullshit. They don't want to hear the good stuff. But yet I come here every day and try to teach the people something that nobody else is willing to do because they're afraid that they won't get no ratings. They won't get no donations. They won't make no AdSense money. Yet we come here every day in spite of that. But at least I can tell you I understand it. I'm not gonna go around, see that, you know, we sit here, we got costumes, you know, and you know, we don't do the fancy dance stuff, but you know, we pretty good. But they're still not coming, and I don't understand. Well, that's not what they want to see. I don't know if y'all remember, this is the only time I ever heard somebody white use the phrase. I'm dead serious. That's the only time I ever heard a white man use this phrase. If anybody ever watched, I think it was the first season of I Think You Can Dance. And y'all know the guy Nigel. He don't play with you. He does not play with you. Yeah, I wrench people to give them a chance. And then when they mess up, they get took back. I give them a chance. They mess up, we gotta take it back. So that way, you know, when they cry, yeah, there are people that want us to talk about Tony. They be satisfied if we talked about everybody. Just lump them all in there, because that's what they want to see. I think we can do better than that. People on the other side do better without talking about each other. Why can't we do it over here? But I've been showing y'all ever since we got the channel knocked down. I've been showing y'all, look at what happened when we do what they do. Are they better? You know, are they any better? When we do regular topics, I'm not stumbling and bumbling. You know, we still got 2 more topics to do on the Sunday sermon, and we ain't even got to yet. I told y'all the wrestling come on at 7 o'clock. I ain't moved a muscle. The market open till 11. Do y'all understand what I'm saying to you? I'm here because I love doing it. And I'm trying to provide something that most people don't want. That's why the views are low. When we talk to BS, they jump out. I'm trying to prove you can do it without it. I'm not gonna moan and groan. It's because of demon. It's because of yeah. I've shown it to you. You know, we actually had technical problems yesterday, and it's amazing how they gone. Look at that. We are live. Look at that. Green. We've been red all week. But we green. Why are we green? There was nothing wrong in the first place. But let's go to video manager. Our celebration show, we did World Star last night. We got 42 views. 42 views. Right? 42. Let's go back to the Brother Derrick show. The channel we've been using all week. We got hacked. Damn, YouTube, we got hacked. We had 232 views. Look how YouTube took the views away, y'all. We had 232 views. But you see, the first part, 58 views. We had 232. I even typed it in Triple's comment section. They sat there and took out, they took like 80 views away. God darn. We talked about Tommy, 251. It was 270, but okay. But look at the views. That's a lie. 16, 12, 36. But Victim on really though, 201. Tommy Sotomayor, did you come to chat or what? 372. But my live stream, 23. Sunday sermon last week, 44. But that was 2 weeks ago. No, it was last week. Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. Saturday Night Hangout, 46 views. Kiss my fat behind, F you and your employees. 324 views. 324 views. Let me back all the way out, let's be sure. Switch account. We been doing a sermon, YouTube, and took 4 subscribers back. All they do is mess with our stuff, boy, I tell you. All they do is mess with our stuff. Go back to the beginning of the show, I told you it was 1,074. Alrighty, we're back. So, I got the network. I can have it go back to the beginning. I can watch it as many times as I want to. I can still show it. The market don't close till 11. It's only 7 o'clock. So we'll probably leave out about 8:30. But what I'm saying to you is, anytime the people come over here, it's only 2 things they can say about this show. They either say, are you begging? Or they say, that's why you only got 6 people watching. That's why you only got 8 people watching. That's why you only got 10 people watching. That's all they got. You don't never hear them say anything about the show. Nothing about the content we doing. They don't attack that at all. Because they can't. Because they can't do what we do and be successful. They can't do it. And since they can't get on us for the content, they have to either attack the fact that the people ain't watching, or they got to make fun of me. They can't, there's no in between. They can't touch the stuff that we do. The content is rock solid. The different things that we do is rock solid. They can't touch it. No, I didn't watch the fight last night. It was a fight on. I ain't watched none of the football. I ain't watched nothing. This is the first season since 1997. I haven't watched any football yet. At all. But when we were talking about, I showed you all the spike that we had. When we were talking about the woman in victim on, we got a serious spike. I'm talking about from here up to here. Soon as we stopped, it came right back down. So I understand. But how can we appeal to more people? I've subbed to so many people. And y'all will see them come in the chat, but then they go. But when we start talking about somebody famous, or we start talking about a big YouTuber, boy, they show up quick then. They show up quick. John Boy says, why do you allow your chat to call a black man crispy? Well, John Boy, let me ask you this. Since you asked the question, don't block him, y'all. You asked the question, I'm going to answer for you. Have you watched my show? Show me where one of my regulars called him crispy. Remember now, I'm small, so it ain't that many for you to actually remember. Which one of the people that come here every day, no matter what show I'm doing, which one of them called him crispy? I'm waiting. Do 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 do. We still waiting. We waiting. Which one of my regulars called him crispy? And when I say regular, I mean somebody that's here every day for the good content we do. Not the people that come by just because we talking about somebody of note that they know. Name the people that come here every day. That come for the Sunday sermons. That come for the family feud. That come for the news. Name the people that come for the World Star. Those are not two regulars. Now you do realize that during last night's show, those were the two that donated. Do you see them here now? Are they in the chat now, sir? Are they here for the Sunday sermon? But that's my point, Naya. He says, why do I let my people call somebody crispy? Well, my people are here. And we on the big channel, so ain't no need for nobody to be here. The other channel only got 317 subs on it. This one got 1,070. So the people you name, where they at? See, this is why I say don't just block the trolls, ask them what their gripe is, what their grievance is, and then wait for an answer. I told him to name regulars that come every day. Tony and Cole don't come every day. They come when I'm talking about somebody. But you said, why do I allow the chat? Tony always talk about the Sunday sermon, but I don't ever see him here for it. So what else you got? Cause you said call a man crispy. What does crispy mean to you? And why are you upset by it? If somebody called me fat, hey, I am fat. What's your point? Somebody say you're ugly. Yeah, I am ugly. What's your point? Somebody say one of your teeth bigger than the other. It is. What's your point? A man doesn't care. Now somebody saying you having a sexual relationship with Victim On, that's a whole different animal. And that's why we tore that woman to pieces. That's a whole different animal. If I'm dark skinned and you tell me I'm dark skinned, yeah, okay, yeah, I am. Look at me, I am. But I'm not. I'm in the middle. I'm not dark, I'm not light. What's your point? Where you at, John boy? Because I see we just dropped down to 7 for me. When I was talking about them yesterday, we were standing between 15 and 19. Where are those people at for the Sunday sermon? Where they at? Well, who's crispy? When you say crispy, I think of some Popeye chicken. What's your definition of crispy? And see, you're saying we talking about fathers not being in the home, children not being correctly, people hating themselves and blaming God for them because God didn't make them perfect the way they was, and you coming here talking about racism. If you like Tommy, then like him. You ain't got to be ashamed for liking him. I've never said I didn't like him. I just said as a human being, as a human being, when I see him live, he's acting like an ass. I can't make that statement. It's the truth. That doesn't mean that I wouldn't watch his show. But in person, I think he's an ass. Why did that bother you? But I don't care about him being dark skinned. My mother was dark skinned. And do you know the reason why I'm not dark skinned? Why my sister ain't dark skinned and why my stepbrother ain't dark skinned? My mother was treated so bad. My grandmother used to make us sit in a tub of bleach. Do you understand? I understand what Tommy going through. And I saw my mother make sure that her kids never had to go through that. So I understand. So don't come over here talking about some crispy. Because I can take you to school on dark-skinned people. I've lived it. My mother was the only dark-skinned out of 3 daughters. She was the only one that was dark-skinned. And she was treated like dirt. But guess what? She was the only one that got married and kept a damn husband. But the two lighter children couldn't do it. To this day, they can't get married. My aunt OD'd. The light-skinned one, the real light-skinned one, she OD'd. So, being light-skinned didn't help them a bit. They can't keep a man. So I want to know, where are you coming from? You said you were called crispy. Well, were you a slave? You talking about something that happened hundreds of years ago. You still worrying about what the white man did. I'm going to the market tonight. I'm not looking for the white man to beat me over the head and take my daggone electric bike. I'm looking for somebody that look like me to do it. Y'all keep harping on what somebody did 200 years ago. What is being done today? We can't even come together and build anything without infighting, knocking each other down. I don't care what somebody call me. If a white boy called me crispy, I would say I'm not crispy. I haven't been cooked. But you're right. So a light person being called high yellow. Matter of fact, they used to call them mellow yellow. Y'all remember the drink mellow yellow? They used to call them mellow yellow. Why are you in your feelings about a word? Somebody's called me a nigger before. I looked at him and I said, do you know that word was the uneducated slave catchers and sellers? That they picked up a lot of them around the Niger River. And instead of saying Niger, they were ignorant and said nigger or nigra. That make them look stupid, not me. So why would I be worried about you calling me a nigger? Why would I worry about that? It make your race look stupid. Supposed to be people of the Niger region. Niger, Niger. Y'all put the extra G on it. And then these young ratchets, thinking they doing something, took out the R and put an A there and called it . You still stuck on the words. You dark skinned. I think you hurting your feelings. I think somebody called you dark skinned. I think you went through the same thing my mother went through. Is that it? Did your parents used to make you have to use these lightening creams? Did your parents have to make you get in the bathtub of bleach? Did they try to make you scrub the black off? Was everybody saying that you ugly? If I just told you what the true definition of the word was, why would it offend you? I just told you the true origin of the word. Why would that offend you? Men that ain't had no education other than how to go out there and catch people, chain them up and throw them on a boat. They came up with that word. I know that. So how can I be offended by it? When I hear it, I laugh. No, that's not me. It says act. I'm locked up. And we don't use the game and show anymore. I've been stopped using that. So we already know that you know, we already know. They want to use my likeness. They want to use, we don't have the gaming channel anymore. I've been changing that name. And it wouldn't be Ant. And we never had show. It was Brother Derrick Gaming. We didn't have show. See, that's why I say I'm hard to rattle. You know, they try to rattle. You know, I've been made fun of since I could walk out the house. And I have never let it bother me. Because I know that the people that trying to make fun of me, they hurting on the inside. They hurting. And to make themselves feel better, they got to lash out at you. It makes them feel better. They think that by making fun of you, it'll make them accepted by the other people. It ain't no different than a man saying, I'm married, I got one mistress, and that's it. Now, the man next door, this man been married longer than me. This man see a different woman every damn week. I'm better than him. No, you're not. He's sinning and you sinning. You doing dirt and he doing dirt. Your dirt is more organized, more controllable. Just don't let this woman meet that woman. This man is risky because by being with a different woman, eventually somebody is going to say, hey, I thought that was your man. He's married to her. What? But both of y'all are doing evil. So how is my evil not as bad as your evil? Do y'all understand what I'm saying? It's just like the lady who I get this gum from. She's still smoking like a daggone chimney. Sometimes I have to go over if she got a package of mine that the mail lady gave to her. Sometimes, or I have to go get the gum. Sometimes she'll have a cigarette in her hand and she be blowing smoke in my face. And then she'll go, oh yeah, I forgot. You don't smoke no more. Am I supposed to kirk out on her? I get whatever I came for and I leave. Let her keep on smoking. I know that if I smoke, I'm going to hit the floor. Now, some of y'all are going to say, well, you're hurting her because she's supposed to be chewing that gum, not you. Well, she made the decision not to use it. She hasn't hit rock bottom yet. She knows my story and she knows that she is on that same path. She has the opportunity. She sees somebody who did it. She has seen somebody who has done it. Y'all understand what I'm saying to you? She's seen the example. The same way the people, Jesus is going to come down here and be the example for 1,000 years. And a third of the people are still going to go run and fight with the devil. When she hit rock bottom and they tell her, you keep smoking, you're going to drop dead. That's when she's going to be like, all right, let me start looking around for something else. And like I said, this is the nastiest gum, but I'm glad to have it. Better than not having none. But this is the nastiest gum. I'm actually gonna get some regular gum to mix with it. But this gum is nasty. But it's better than me going and smoking a cigarette. I smoke a cigarette, I will hit the ground. And it might not be the first one. It might not be the second one. But the third one, I'm going to be in the hospital. Fighting for my life. If chewing the gum keeps me from doing that, then I'm going to keep chewing it. Well, you should just, be able to stop. Just go cold turkey. I even heard somebody say he's chewing gum when I know it's messing his teeth up even more. And I believe your boy Tommy said that. I'd rather lose every teeth in my damn mouth than be on a goddamn floor. I'd rather be alive with no teeth than to be dead. But that's the dumb thinking that people do. The dumb, stupid, idiotic thinking. Because that's what it is. Dumb, stupid, and idiotic. I'm supposed to worry about what Tommy Sotomayor think than think about my own damn health. Somebody trying to make an excuse. Well, if you're not going to stop cold turkey, then, you might as well just go ahead and, hey, I'll give you one. Why don't you go ahead and start smoking again? See, when you listen to people talk, and pardon my French, ignorant shit like that, that's the reason why the world is the way it is. I see you doing something that's making your life better. And instead of saying, hey, give them credit because you won't do better. You're going to say, well, what you're doing is just a cop out, because, you should just go cold turkey. Well, why don't you go cold turkey? Huh? See, look in their faces. Yeah, don't smoke no more. I'm going to come by and smell you every day. I smell cigarette smoke. I know you smoking. I know people that sit there and will go outside, find a place where nobody can see them, smoke a cigarette, come in the house, wash their clothes, and take a shower, and brush their teeth real good with some Listerine so nobody can smell it on them. You that ashamed. You go through all that trouble instead of just finding something else. But I know people. How do I know? Because I did it. Told everybody I quit. I would go drive to a spot where nobody was, smoke 3 or 4 cigarettes back to back, go home, shower, change clothes, make sure I gargle that Listerine real good as I brush my teeth, and go back out. Until you get tired. And you say, look, y'all, I'm smoking again, heck with it. I can't do this. Yeah. So I understand it. Somebody calling me ugly, I can't do nothing about it. I'm ugly. I'm not going to say that I'm Denzel Washington. I'm not going to say I'm Stephen Curry. But ugly to who? God don't say I'm ugly. You do. You just a human being like me. Why do I care what you think? Now, I can go get in the gym and risk having a heart attack trying to lose weight. But I'll be doing it for you, not for me. Well, I said I risk my life because you think I don't look the way I should. I'm supposed to risk my life because you think I don't look the way I should. How that make sense? Did I hear about Kanye West preaching debut at a church in Atlanta? No, I didn't hear about that. How many years? From the age of 19 or 20 all the way up until I'm 49 now, and I'll be clean 3 years come February. Is it 3 or 4 years? It's either 3 or 4 years. I think it's 3. So no, it's not easy. But I tell you what I don't miss. If you watch a video of me out there on the bike, I'm out there pedaling like a fool. I couldn't have done that 3 years ago because I had a cigarette in my hand. I wasn't even able to balance. I be trying to ride with a cigarette in my mouth. So, but I still see some of the remnants. When somebody else is smoking, it takes my wind. But not as much as it did 3 years ago. Ain't nothing worse than walking up that damn hill. I call it the mountain. But y'all say it's not. It's the mountain to me. Somebody would be smoking, I would have to stop. That was my kryptonite. If somebody was mowing the lawn or cutting the trees, I would have to stop. If somebody was barbecuing, it was a day we did the show. I know y'all could tell I was bothered. They were barbecuing outside, and the air conditioner was bringing the smell right in the house, and it was killing me. But they didn't have me on the floor. It didn't stop the show. That's because my lungs must be healing. So the remnant is still there. Somebody could hit me in my face and could not do the damage as somebody burning something. Somebody's house on fire could drop me. You said, I never smoked a cigarette, and all my friends that do express to me how good it makes them feel. I can't imagine what you went through. You have to realize that cigarette or that drink or that drug is a crutch. People have been through things in their life, whether they've been molested, bullied, mistreated, abused, and they need something to occupy them, because the conscious keeps playing back those memories, keeps trying to take you back. Haven't you ever been just sitting there and minding your own business, then all of a sudden you get these memories back when you was a child? And you try to ignore it. And you turn the TV on, but you still hear it. But if you start drinking, you don't hear it no more. If you start smoking a cigarette, you don't hear it no more. You take some drugs, you really don't hear it. But now, after a while, your body get used to that. And then your body want them drugs. Whether it be the nicotine, whether it be the alcohol, whether it be the cocaine, the crack, or whatever. And you still haven't dealt with the thing that made you pick it up in the first place. So now you got to take more. And you feel well. I can tell you something. Anybody that's ever had a Percocet, man. I took a Percocet and I jogged around Druid Hill Park. And that's almost 4 miles. I jogged around there 4 times without stopping. I can't do that on regular. But I had that one, man, I can tell you. Yeah, because it gives you something to do. You just feel better. It's a crutch. You know how hard it was? Because the same issues are not fully dealt with. I still haven't come to grips with the death of my daughter. I haven't come to grips with the death of my mother. The death of my mother separated me from the family. I can't fix that. It bothers me. I can't find a woman that's worth a dime. Smoking was a crutch. Y'all have heard me say, if you could have sex or had a cigarette, I say, why can't I have both at the same time? That cigarette replaced all of that. Made me not need it. Any of it. Just smoke my cigarettes. And it got to the point. All right, Tony just popped up. Hey, Tony, you got somebody named John Boy that came in here and said that you and Cole call people crispy, and why is that acceptable? If they still watching, would you like to explain? You said you're very ashamed that you smoke Newport 100s and your father passed away from those. Well, I started smoking Newport Lights 100s. And the regular Newport was too strong for me. So I already had a problem. And people would say, you should smoke the regular. And I would try the regular. And I could never fully inhale them. And so I was getting less of a buzz than I was off the light. So I would smoke more of them. So I wised up and went back to the light. Like right now, this girl brought me 2 milligrams. I'm used to 4 milligrams. And because my money not right, I'm not trying to, I really need 2 of these instead of 1. But I keep trying to tell myself, you're going to smoke 1, and you're going to drink 1. You're going to chew 1. Excuse me. You're going to chew 1. And you're going to pretend that it's a 4. But then you see me reaching for another one. So obviously that's not working. You understand what I'm saying? It's not working. Tony says, I know I'm late, sorry. He said, Liz said he blocked now. Naya said, waste of money it is. John says, crispy, you mean like a burnt bacon? Haha. No, this is YouTuber that Tariq Nasheed called crispy. And everybody else just jumped on it. But that's not, crispy didn't mean, crispy was when you burnt the food. And you be like, well, if I take off the burnt part, if I take off the crispy part, but it was usually black. So I understand how they're using it. If y'all remember last week when I made them thighs and I was talking to y'all and it was cooking, I actually had burnt the top part. I just peeled the skin off and then I peeled on the skin around the burnt part and then the rest of the chicken was fine. So I understand the crispy thing. Tony says, I know like I did last night, I try not to talk about him here. I got into my feelings and called him crispy, and I know driver doesn't like it, so I apologize for that comment. Well, it wasn't the driver that came in here, it was somebody called John Boy. John says, I know Tariq, I listened to him when he was on the Mac Lessons radio show. Yeah. Naya said, do they question others about the horrible names they call others? Liz said, well, Tony asked him the same question, how would you feel being called a niggly bear? And so on. Liz said, no need to apologize, it's all offensive. He said, but he was so set on the word crispy. That's why I'm wondering if that was Tommy or not. I was wondering if that was Tommy on a different account. Because why would somebody be so stuck on that word? I don't know who John Boy is. I tell you, I think that was Tommy coming in here. Somebody came in to break up the Sunday sermon. But they don't realize, we had 3 topics today, so the other 2 still bookmarked. So we can continue next week. It's not a big deal. But the main topic was, why does God hate me? Why would he make me dark skinned? Why would he make me mannish? I'm supposed to be a woman. Why do I have so many manly features? God must not like me. Why did God make me black? Why wasn't I made Japanese or European? God must hate me. Why is it that I can't keep a man? I got all of this. And I can't keep no man. God must hate me. You know? I don't understand why that word bothers him. That's why I say he's worried about being dark-skinned. I understand it because my mother went through it. You know what I'm saying? But why is he still worried about it at that age? You know, my mother got over it. She got over it. The only one of her 3 sisters that actually, the only one out of all 5 of them that got married and stayed married till her death. Nobody else in my family can say that. Not even my grandmother and great-grandmother can say that. You know, that woman in Atlanta calls me Brother Jannard. Why would that name bother me? Why would Brother Jannard bother me? What does she mean, Brother Jannard? That's why I say she ain't got no brains in her head. Why does she say, what does Jannard? How's that an insult? I know when I go down to the pharmacy, and even with Medicare, and even with backup state Medicaid, I still gotta pay money for my prescription. When they say $10, what? And I know that I got 12 of them, that's $120. Do you got Jannard? Oh, yes, we do. Well, how much is it now? It's 50. Okay, I'm with it. So, why is generic a bad thing? Why is generic a bad thing? They do the same thing as the high expensive stuff, the same thing. But it's half the price. But I know I can do a 6-hour radio stint without blinking. She can't. She can barely do a 2-hour show. But I'm talking about she gotta go. And she was so afraid to go in because of the AdSense. Why she ain't go over to the other channel and go in? She wouldn't make no money. Tony said that's the name he was giving and stuck all these years. He don't care as long as we talk about him. That's all he wants. But that's what he wants, people to talk about him so he stay relevant. That same person told me don't turn into a Zone Junior. How does me trying to break down and show with the traits, with the behavior that's being shown, if I can show this, maybe they can start working on themselves. That's a positive thing. Why are you trying to make it negative? That's a positive thing. Because if you really have those feelings and it bothers you so much, then go ahead and start being like Michael Jackson. Go ahead and put the bleaching creams in there and do whatever you got to do. Change yourself. If it bothers you that much, just go ahead. You got the money. Change yourself. Help the woman so she can get her money, so she can get her injections and whatever she needs. So she can get them to go in there and take off the meat in her shoulders and find a way to extend her neck so she got a neck like a woman instead of a man. Then do it. These are things that bother you. Fix it. If you need to get liposuction on the thighs because the flab ain't going nowhere no matter how much you exercise, then do it. But be ready for the consequences. Be ready for the consequences. You know? Because it's going to come. It's going to come. And you're still not going to be happy. Well, you know, and it did something, but, you know, I still see that, you know, look at that little flab right there. And I still got that lump right there. You know, people can see that. And they still going to make fun of me. And I got to save up for another surgery. They said, if I have another one this year, I might die. So, but I don't care. As long as I look perfect. Perfect in who eyes? Perfect in God eyes or perfect in society eyes? As long as you do that, you weak. It was like me saying, well, it's dark outside now. Can't nobody see how I look. So let me go out here and ride the bike. Why would I care about somebody looking at me while I ride? If I was walking and was out of breath, I had to sit down every 2 or 3 blocks. People would be like, look at that man, look at that fat man. He can't even walk. He can't even walk. He about to die. I'd rather have that than people saying, look how retarded he look on the bike. But there are people that believe that. If I can only afford to get 3 outfits that are hit, and I wear them same 3 outfits, I just switch the shirts. When I can get 14 exchanges, 14 different outfits, but they won't be brand name, but I can have something more different. But no, I'm gonna get these. I can afford just to get 3 outfits, and then once a month I'll buy a shirt or a pair of pants to go with it, and then by this time next year I'll have 14 outfits. Really? Why not just buy 2 outfits to go out with and spend the rest of that money on regular stuff, and that way you got 7 change of clothes, and then you can go ahead and buy a different change of clothes every week. Then this time by next year, you'll have your 2 outfits you can go out to the club with, or go out to the bar with, or whatever you do, and then you can have your clothes you can walk around every day else doing. Why can't people do that? Well, they're gonna make fun of me because it's not brand name. They're gonna make fun of me. When I used to work fast food as a teenager, so many women, because I used to be a busboy, I was a chef and a dishwasher. I worked my way up from busboy to dishwasher to, and y'all would say dishwasher, yeah, because if you kept everything clean, the waitresses would tip you because you made sure that everything was clean, and the people weren't complaining. The boss was spot on head with that. They would tip you. You was a busboy. You came and you busted the table so that people could sit down and the waitress could make that more money. You got tipped, but you had to run around a lot. Being a busboy, I consider that the bottom of the barrel. And you was a chef. You made the food good. People would send their, condolences. Some of them would send a tip. And if they didn't, the waitresses would give you a tip. So either way, you got, you know what I'm saying? All I had to do was cook and then clean the grill at the end of the shift, and I went home. That's easier than, busting the tables. Because busting the tables, and then you had to help run the trash out, and being a dishwasher, you had to help run the trash out. Being a cook, you get to sit there and have the chef hat on, and people come back there and say, what's the word they use? My condolences to the chef. It's been so long. My greetings. They say something to the chef. I used to hear that all the time. But the women would always say, as I went up to the bus stop, they would say, "Why you got them dirty shoes on?" And I would say, "Because I work in the kitchen." Well, why you got? How come you ain't got no Nikes on or nothing? But why? I'm back there with grease. I'm sliding around on a greasy floor. I'm around heat. Why would I want to get some expensive shoes? I wear that stuff on my day off. Well, you get a lot more attention if you didn't have them shoes on. And I would say to the woman I'm looking for, is not going to be worried about what my shoes look like. They're going to worry about the content of my character, the way I treat everybody. That's what they're going to be looking at. They ain't going to be looking at my shoes. They're going to understand that I'm working. I'm working in a restaurant. Why am I going to be in a restaurant with high-priced shoes on? To impress somebody who don't care about anybody? You care about what somebody wearing? You in a dirty environment and you supposed to have your best on? Man, people sick nowadays. How long ago was this? 1989, sir. 1989. Roy Rogers at Route 40 and Rolling Road. But you had to walk a mile down to get to it. It turned into a Bob's Big Boy. It was a Bob's Big Boy, then it was Applebee's, and now I think it's a McDonald's. So that was back then. Imagine it now. You get off work, you smell like grease. You got on a clown suit. Do you know that the majority of the young men will not wear their uniform home? They will not wear their uniform home. You want to know why? They will not wear their shoes. But they ain't getting no action. They ain't getting no action. They know they ain't getting no action. You ain't getting no love. You ain't. You ain't getting no love. Them women see you in that class, you ain't got no money. And back then, minimum wage was $3.35. And I was dumb, cause I was making that $3.35 working for the Social Security building as a janitor. And the man said, "I'll give you $3.85." I said, "Well, hell yeah, let's go." Where do I sign up at? $3.85. That's a lot more. He said, "I can guarantee you." He said, "You over 18, right?" I said, "Yeah, I'm 18." I said, "I'm 19." He says, "Oh, good." He said, "I can guarantee you can get overtime." I said, "Overtime?" He said, "That's time and a half." I said, "Wait a minute. So you mean I would get $3.85 plus half of what $3.85 was?" He said, "Yup, you work over 40 hours." I said, "Well, shoot. They only give me 3.5 hours at the government building." I said, "Hell yeah." And I started working. And I started on the grill. I started on the chicken. Worked my way up to the front register. Worked my way up to the drive-thru. That's why when I show you all that clip, when I was talking about that dude was talking about, I started on the fries and then, I'm doing floor cleanup. And that's real. You work your way up. The problem is, there's always some old hag sitting there at the crew chief position, somebody sitting there at the supervisor, somebody sitting there, 2 assistant managers, and then you got the manager. To get the assistant manager spots or to get the manager spot, you got to go to school. And a lot of them won't go to school. So basically, you have to, while you under them, you got to go take a business. You got to get a business degree while you working under them. Then you go apply for an assistant manager position, and then you become their boss. So you have to go to school and then jump over them. Because they're not going to move. They're not going to go to school. This is what I was saying about True Freeman's wife. She been there 18, 19 years, and she ain't managing the place. She's sitting there blocking somebody from going up. They got to stop and go to school and then come back. So she be bossing them around while they going to school. When they get out of school and get that little degree, they come reapply for assistant manager. Guess what? They are now over her. I couldn't do that. I can't sit there and be over you and then, turn around. All you did was go to school and I'm putting in the hard work and I trained you and now you can tell me what to do. Oh, that's rough right there. That's rough right there. But it's men and women. It was a guy, he worked at UPS. He had a job at UPS, but he was a daggone shift leader. I would ask him, "Why won't you move up, man? That's my position." Liz said she's still listening. The game was on. Well, the wrestling on. I'm still here, Liz. I'm missing the wrestling. He said no. He said, "I got my job at UPS." I'm making $9 an hour, and I'm making $5 an hour here. I only work 4 hours a day here. Work 8 hours a day there. I said, yeah, man, but you holding me up. You got a job. But he held on to that position. To the day I left, he was still there. He was still there. Tony said I worked there for 9 years. He wouldn't move. So you know what I'm saying? He saw all these people come and go that might have stayed if they could have got a position. But because he wasn't willing to move, up or down, they were stuck. And so when I was going at Tyra, I brought that out. I think we got like 800 views on that video. In hindsight, I shouldn't have made it. But the man was telling us that she worked in a law office or something. So that's why I felt justified in doing it. And I told the truth. Dick Jones said, nothing wrong with a black man that's called Crispy, I see. John says, there is Mr. Jones, left her said Crispy is a racist. Whether he a racist or not, y'all still watch him. So what that say? Y'all believe that, y'all still watch the man. Hold on a second, y'all. I wouldn't watch him. Y'all be. Y'all watch the man. Y'all sit there and watch a man tell you that you should be worried about what some other man think, and you should give him some donation money to make the other man mad. How they work? Really? And so it's only so much I can say about the man because y'all keep watching him. Kind of hard to tell somebody something when you got 10 people watching you and he got 1,500. It's kind of hard to say, hey, you know, you need to stop doing what you're doing. Just like trying to tell a young drug dealer. I know you smarter than this. You can do better than this. And they pull a wad of money out their pocket and say, do you have this? I got this right now. I'm supposed to get this up and go spend 4 years out of college. And maybe I might get hired. What I'm supposed to do for them 4 years? Yeah, and also being crisp. I got a crisp dollar bill. Being crisp. I look sharp today. I'm looking crisp. We look at the definition of the word crisp. But I'll type in crispy. We've done this before. Crispy is an adjective of food, typically cooked food, having a pleasingly firm, dry, and brittle surface or texture. Let's keep going. KFC popped up, y'all, and the Crispy Bagel Company. Let's go to the Urban Dictionary. We in the Urban Dictionary now. Top definition. Crispy, neat, clean, trim, fashionable, with it. Very good looking. Example, and he left the barbershop, his hair was crispy. Crispy, magnificent, fantastic. Bow to the sun, hallelujah. Person 1, how was your weekend? Person 2, mate, it was crispy. My weekend was crispy. So crispy means magnificent, fantastic. Bow to the sun, hallelujah. Crispy, to be hot, one of a kind, confident about yourself, sexy. Many use this word, but few have yet to grasp the true meaning, the true essence behind it. Someone can have a crispy personality, a crispy attitude, a crispy style. Crispy is about being happy about how you look, how you dress, how you act, how you talk. A lot of women carry the crispy attitude in the clubs. Okay. Alrighty then. So that means that somebody made up the word. They made the insult, they made the word up. They made up the word. So this is a made up word to insult people. We've seen. We went to the dictionary. And we see, and they say nothing about nobody being black and ugly. Nothing about no texture of your skin. Y'all ain't seen none of that. Yeah, so you was complimenting the man. Tariq, so simple, he didn't even know it. He was complimenting the man, did he not? That's rough right there. I've been insulting you for 5 years, and I've been complimenting you and never knew it, and you didn't know it neither. That's rough right there. So now, y'all, we know that the crispy puppet is the clean puppet. He the happening puppet. He the well-dressed puppet. He's the hallelujah puppet. Hallelujah, he looks so good. That's rough right there. So, Dick Jones, we know you're a troll account. This account blank as hell. So are you Tommy Sotomayor or you somebody out of Soto Nation? Let's keep it real. I thought to be Mr. Controversy, I thought you needed somebody to talk about you. I thought that was a good thing. Any publicity is good publicity. Well, I can't speak for Tony. We talk about a lot of stuff here. We don't need to bring anybody up. I just was showing that when you do bring up other people, how many more people come look. But I think you already know that. Because when you do regular shows, the same amount of people don't come, do they? They don't. It's a fact. They don't come. That video you showed on the Burger King, the last time I looked, it had 46,000 views. I got 4,400 off of it. and I looked at your latest rehab show, and my video beat your rehab show with Brian. So obviously people don't want to watch you unless you're doing the fuckery. It's just that simple. It don't matter where you are on the totem pole. If you're talking about regular stuff, yeah, they might be telling me on the troll account. But but if that is you, Tommy, do you agree with what I was saying? Because see, we actually had a purpose of today. We actually had, you know, we had a purpose today. The first part of the show was dedicated to you and your woman in Atlanta. And I gotta get ready. I gotta go to the store. So we're going to save the other two parts for next week, y'all. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, I got the next 2 Sunday sermon topics locked down already. That's cool. But I got up early today, and then I went back to sleep. And I woke up and it was like, man, it's daggone 3 o'clock already. Like, goddamn, where the whole day go? YouTube don't need you. When you step down, somebody else is going to step up. Them same people that used to watching you are going to get used to watching somebody else. That's the one thing I learned. That's why I'll look at the views, but I don't worry about how many people click on the video. I worry about the people who do click. How long do they stay? That's what I worry about. Because just like I just proved and wasn't trying to, the video that we did yesterday, it had 300 and something views on it. And YouTube took it back down to 2 something. Why is that? Because the people came in, and when we were talking about you, they watched. When we stopped, they left. Didn't do me a bit of good in watch hours, didn't do me a bit of good in views. So, YouTube came in and took them right out. Didn't do me a bit of good. Now, if I go the whole show talking about you, then it becomes, okay, they see I'm talking about you, they coming. Are they going to stay? Can I hold them? If I keep going the whole show talking about you like some other people, will they stay and listen? That's a different can of worms. But if they can sit here and watch me talk about other stuff, and I can keep 8 or 9 people solidly watching the majority of the show, even if it's a 10-hour show, that's AdSense money. So that's how I look at it. We've been on for over 3 hours, and the lowest has been 7. I don't know if it was him or not. I don't really care. He ain't come here before. What he coming now for? If it is him, he ain't come here before. What does he want now? When I first started, I offered him the chance. And he didn't take it. And even though I was defending him and his daughter against Truth Nation, was getting death threats, Never once did he come by and say, good job, thank you, appreciate what you're doing. And then on top of that, the woman that wouldn't be you so much, she saw me going after you. She gonna show me screenshots and saying, I know you about to go after him for what he said about me, but look at what he said about you. I make the first video, she go watch it and come back, oh no, take it down. What? I go in the Vic chat, they say, take it down. We're gonna take your wrench. Like, what? So, I'm the one person that didn't benefit from no exposure from you. But when I put your name in the title, the numbers should jump up. I agree. When I talk about you, the numbers in the chat go up. I agree. But we ain't made almost 600 videos. And only 10 been about you. But the first 40 were defending you. And you got the nerve to come in here and say something about somebody trying to make some money off your name? When I'm the one person in my group that left you alone. And we survived without you. You said we wouldn't survive. Look at him with them damn teeth. Why is he chewing that gum with them damn teeth? They're gonna fall out. He ain't gonna be around. I'm still here, ain't I, sir? Still here. We are still here. Well, and that's my point, Tony. I thrive without talking about him all these years. But yet, the wench can't go a video without sucking him up.
Yeah, this is like Tommy said. And yeah, like Tommy said. And you know, this is what people say that, but they don't understand about Tommy. Because Tommy said.
So far up, so donation, but. But she keep putting out so many videos. Why you gotta make so many videos all of a sudden? You was only making videos twice a week. Now all of a sudden you on almost every day. 3 and 4 videos. You trying to make that AdSense money. But if you age restrict an AdSense video, it makes less money. It get put into the bottom of the advertising. I read that. Because Vic was telling me to age restrict. When we get AdSense, I'm not going to age restrict. That puts you in the bottom. I mean, you make less money. You can't beef like you want to. They'll come in there and say, oh, you got cuss words in there, you talking about somebody, we're going to have to take that money off of there. I talk about the guy JD from New York. Talk about the wrestling. If he cussed in the video, they take away the monetization. He got to edit it out. So, how's she going to thrive on the AdSense? I've been telling her that for 2 years. You're going to have to stop the buffoonery. You're going to have to learn how to do something else. But she got Tommy talking in their head. Nah, you can still get it. They keep messing with his AdSense. So, I'm not going to take advice from somebody who's still making the same mistake. That's why we're going to have 2 channels. 1 channel for the regular stuff and 1 channel for the buffoonery. We can go over there and do the buffoonery. We can stay here and do the regular stuff. And if y'all watch, we'll get the money. Even if y'all ain't watching, put it on your other device and let it play. Let's get that AdSense. It's been weird. Every day this week, I've been turning the show off because the watch hours really didn't matter because we wasn't going to try to blow that show up, that channel up. But it's always, we left with 7 to 10 people. It's kind of hard to leave with 7 to 10 people still there. But last night, we were down to 2 people. That's why I cut it off. But think about what I just said. We got back on the big channel. Supposed to be a celebration. We were down to 2 people. And I know who the 2 was. They had fell asleep. But they still got the device on. So I said, we got a lot to do today. So we'll just go ahead and call it a night. Let everybody get some rest, you know? Let everybody get some rest. Like I said, we've done pretty good today. So I know to come on, if I come on earlier, we do better than when I come on late. So I've been trying to come on earlier. I know the football on. That's a lot of competition. A lot of people not on right now because everybody watching the football. But we still come on if you watch. Hopefully you'll watch it afterwards. Important thing is to have it out there. You know? But yeah, you're right. I ain't had his exposure. I haven't been on his show. He hasn't endorsed me. He gonna sit there and make fun. Look at that. He got 372 people to watch him. He did a 10-hour show. But he thinking with his little brain. He ain't thinking big. If I can get 30 of that 372 to watch the whole show, and you got 1,500 watching you, how many of them watch the whole show? 5%, 10%? You ain't that much far ahead. So that's what we building to. Well, I appreciate it, and I'm getting ready to stop this show, and we're gonna do our first mobile on the YouTube mobile app. Yay! And I downloaded speedometer app. Now I can't get the 0 to turn right. It's gonna be sideways because it's meant to be portrait, but it's gonna let y'all see how fast I'm going. Since y'all worry about how I'm riding, it's gonna let y'all see how fast I'm going. You say, I watched the rich lady in Atlanta brag about lottery winnings off $30. Oh, we coming back on the other channel. And we can go ahead and get all that in. Or should we go for the watch hours? Because we shouldn't be talking about them right now anyway. on this channel. But she bragging about winning $30. Okay. That's somebody desperate for content. Desperado. You know, we gotta come back. All right, we haven't looked at the news. We haven't looked at the world star for the day. We haven't I'm supposed to be showing y'all the wrestling. But I guess they're gonna watch it, the Victim Owns. It's so much to do. I still gotta ride up to the store. So I'm trying to let this hit 3:30. Let me play something here. To resist, so I depend on the gift of the Holy Spirit.
I'm really sure to get promise of eternal life, so I ain't no respect on this round. Knowing you're at the helm, I gotta give all that I have. I'm possessing my talent, my time. I'm gracious that you found me worthy of your love.
I've never seen you, but I know you're above.
And heaven, I can't wait to see you. Well, yes, I can. I have work to do here to fulfill your plan.
Everything that I do,
I do for you. Everything that I do for you. Everything I do for you. Lord God, Jehovah, whatever you call it, it's all the same. I only live to praise His name. Sometimes it's hard to turn the other cheek, but retaliation is not for the meek, so I back down on the one thing. I wear a crown, never wear a frown. In God's mansion, thank you, Jesus, for taking my place on the cross. I can't tell or repay you for the pain and loss and suffering, but I can spread the gospel to others who don't know or are afraid to show their faith to the world. But I wish to let the knowledge unfurl so they can receive these blessings. So many people go through like heaven. Am I saved? I think so. But help me let them grow. Let me give the words to save their souls.
Make me bold like St. Paul. I don't want to save one, I want to save them all. But everything I do, everything I do for you. Lord, everything I do.
People call me Lord God, but Jehovah. It's all the same.
I only live to praise your name. Everything I do, Lord, everything I do for you.
All that I am, all that I achieve is blessings from you. I believe that you are the Lord of Lords, the host of hosts. I want to spread your name from coast to coast, not the host, but the host of an unbeliever who are the
right, y'all. I'm going to go get ready for my trip. I hope y'all come along with me. You see this light? Let me plug this up. All right, y'all. See y'all 9:15 or sooner. I gotta set up the speed app on the phone. Hopefully, it won't take long. See y'all in a little bit. Don't forget me now.